What is up, everybody? Vs. TV today. So Sony just announced that they are adding 3 more games to their PlayStation Now service. Marvel Avengers, which is the biggest one, Borderlands 3, and The Long Dark. The Long Dark is a game I never heard of before. Borderlands 3 was a fun game. The Avengers is like the biggest one people are talking about right now. They're comparing, pretty much comparing Game Pass to PS Now at this point, but they're using Avengers to compare it to like the big news that Xbox Game Pass has. And when I think you're doing that, I think you're gonna lose. I mean, Avengers is fun. It's a funny game for the single player alone, but it's like after that, it's kind of mediocre and like it's a dying game at this point. So I think they should honestly just make Avengers be a free to play game at this point. Just make it free to pay at this point. They still haven't got the Spider-Man DLC yet, and that was like the big selling point. So it's like I don't know what they're doing with this game at this point. But yeah, but if I'm being honest, you compare PlayStation Now to Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass blows PlayStation Now out the water. Yeah. I have no interest in streaming games. Sure, these 3 games are the ones you can download because the PS4 games you can download, but with the older games you have to stream. I have no interest in streaming games whatsoever. If they just made it like strictly like just download purposes, get rid of their streaming stuff, then PlayStation Now would be better than Game Pass, in my opinion. If they just made all those games that you can just download those games. Cause I wouldn't mind one better to play some of those old PS3 games like Infamous 1 and 2 and the old PS3 games. I wouldn't mind playing those games again, but I don't want to stream them though. I just rather just play them, just download them, play them like how it's on Game Pass. When they fully change PlayStation Now to make it actual competition with Game Pass, then we're talking. But either way, this is pretty much good news because it's kind of like they're seeing the praise that Game Pass is getting, and they're kind of fighting back in a way, even though it's not the because you can debate if it's like that great, if it's not, if it's a big deal or not. But they're fighting back in a sense. So competition is good up amongst these 2 companies. It gives us the gamers the better deal in the end. So that is that. But let's see some of these comments people are thinking about this. I'd rather pay $50 for Miles Morales and not play Marvel Avengers if it's free. It's not even free if you have to pay for PS Now. And also PS Now too that came on mine. So they had a deal where PS Now was $1 for a month. I made a video about that too. The Sony guys are angry about that deal. I mean, but I still didn't even subscribe to PS Now then. I was like, I have no interest in getting PS Now. It's like I literally don't. Even for $1, I have no interest in getting the service. Um, so let's continue on. I was thinking to buy Marvel's Avengers on the Xbox, and I see everyone disliking the game. Is it that bad? I mean, it looks cool. In my opinion, Avengers is a the single player mode is fun, but it's too big of a license for that game just to be mediocre like that. Like I'm sorry, like Avengers is like the biggest thing right now. It's the hottest license right now. You got the big Avengers Infinity War in-game movies. You got the WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier. So Avengers is popping right now, but the game is just mediocre, which shouldn't be. It's like you got this big license and the game is mediocre. It's like that's why people are so disappointed with that game. Gamers tend to have the mindset if it's not absolutely mind blowing, it's trash. Sadly, I got a lot of enjoyment. I got a lot of enjoyment out of it. The story is cool. All the characters feel unique and balanced. Cosmetics are cool, but something money and they are added fan requested features. Feature services. What does this say? Outriders. It's on Game Pass, where you got to pay $60 on PlayStation. What's this other one you use? You put another picture up too. Oh, the same with MLB The Show. Yeah, I mean, if you're comparing the two, then yeah, it's like Game Pass is a clear one if you're comparing the two. Xbox putting bangers in here, giving us Avengers with multiple laughing emojis. They haven't put out anything as all old games, lol. Only available until July and September. What the hell? PS Now, more games than Game Pass, cost less, and you don't have to pay for multiplayer. Sony is on a roll this month. Well, a lot of those games, like I said, sure they got more games, but a lot of those games you got to stream as well too. So what's the point? Who wants to stream games? I'm pretty sure, like unanimously, people are like say they don't want to stream games. Like nobody wants to stream their video games. So I don't know why Sony just don't compromise and say, hey, we just gonna make these games download only. I don't see why they just don't do it already. Let's see. Might as well make Marvel a free to play game. Why have you even played this game? Didn't think so. The game has over 40 hours of single player or co-op constricted co-op scripted stories to play. The end game is where it gets a bit grindy. Trash. Game Pass is better. That's a weird emoji. Like two different clowns. Okay. LOL is going to get out. It's going to get out PlayStation Now months before Spider-Man DLC even launches. Marvel Avengers is available until Monday, July 5th, 2021. Wow, so it's only a few months. Which is expected. Like, the same thing with Game Pass, too. Like, those games that's not a first-party game, they're only going to be up there for a few months. So the same thing with this one. But yeah, the whole Spider-Man thing is so disappointing. Like, where is the Spider-Man DLC at? This is just disappointing at this point. So this guy says Xbox is better, and thus explains why Xbox went and got Outriders and put the show on Game Pass. They had to. Everyone tends to overlook PS Now as they still see it as it was at launch. $6 a year, online 4 games, and the service. Okay, so let me see. Put all PS3 games on PS Now since you're getting rid of the store. That would make sense too. Like, what is PS Now for? Like, might as well put all those games they're getting rid of and put on PS Now. I agree with that. But make it download only, that you could download the games, not the streaming stuff. Let me see. Stop trying to make this Avengers game happen. It won't be happening. It flopped for a damn good reason. It's trash, especially in the long run. Deserving losing out on 60 plus million. Never thought I'd say this, but this time PS plus 1, Soulstorm. Don't care, Game Pass is better plus a ratio. That's pretty funny. Dead service, Game Pass is better. Honestly, nice one, Sony. I might extend my subscription then after all. Exactly, I would never buy that Avengers game anyway in Borderlands 3. Damn. Yeah, Borderlands 3 got to the point where that game was like at $10 at some point. It's like the game has reached like a low price of $10 at one point. So I think it still might be $10. So it's like they giving you some good games, sure, but it's kind of like these games are real cheap at this point too. Well, like I said, if you compare it to Game Pass is giving you brand new games that's not even out yet for like you got to pay a retail price of $70 for on their service. So it's definitely a big 9-day difference with these two services. Really? You try to do the same thing, I guess the reverse thing with Avengers. Avengers is not $70 anywhere. This game is constantly on sale for like $30, half off. Then people are even contemplating whether they want to pay $30 for this game at this point. But it's like, sure, this is a bad a bad analogy right here. Like saying it's free on PlayStation Now, but Game Pass, Xbox has to pay $70. I don't think nobody's paying $70 for this game. And if you are, you're getting ripped off for that game. Avengers is trash. Let me see. Also worth the subscription if anyone is interested. Streaming latency needs some work. Server distance. Yeah, so that's a lot of replies to this thread. So I'm gonna conclude it right here. So this is the big news. Sony is getting Avengers, Borderlands, and The Long Dark for their PS Now service. Let me know down below how you feel about this. Does it make you want to get PS Now as a service? Or if you do have PS Now, are you excited about this news? Let me know down below. Leave a like if you like this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.